on live. It's like I said, we're going to be on here every single day. We're on here every single day doing a YouTube live, guys. It's helping out. I think we've done over 110 YouTube lives since December 28th. Okay, so basically for the new year. So I've done 110 YouTube lives. I think today's 111. That's basically on average of 2 a day. But lately I've been just doing 1 a day. But before, for a while there, I was doing 2, sometimes 3 a day, guys. So again, I'm Shaun Campbell 2.0. I talk about everything fitness, everything motivation, workout warrior stuff, all that kind of stuff. So subscribe to the channel if you're seeing me here. Follow me on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook at Shaun Campbell 2.0. It's Saturday night. I'm in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Just chilling out here. So come on here, say hi. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about. Fitness, anything, what you're doing for the weekend, how your weekend's going, how you're staying on track during the weekend, or what your plans are for fitness goals, or whatever your plans are for the new week starting on Monday. Whatever. Come on here and talk. So again, I'm Shaun Campbell 2.0. I got my glass here so I can read these. Yeah, subscribe. That's what we... There's Riley there. We're just chilling. We're just chilling. So come on, say hi. Yeah. She's asked you to subscribe. So when a kid asks you to subscribe, you subscribe. That's all there is to it. Okay? So I'm just going to hang tight on here because I know people are going to start jumping on here. It usually takes a few minutes before people jump on here. I'm in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I've been a little bit laid back with the diet today. I've been going a little bit crazy. But I've been enjoying myself, but you know what I mean. I got my workouts in. I had a good week last week. Got all my workouts in. Got a lot of short... Okay, right, chill. Got a lot of short workouts in because I always preach a short workout's better than no workout. So yeah, so come on and say hi. I'm just going to chill here and answer questions or talk or whatever we want to do. Interact with you guys. Whatever you guys want to do, we can talk about it. Let's go. There were some UFC fights going on. There's the Arnold Classic is going on in Columbus, Ohio, which is the IFBB Arnold Classic. Yeah, so the IFBB Arnold Classic's going on. I guess Sam Sulek won a couple days ago. He won his IFBB Pro card by winning the overall at the Arnold Classic Amateur. He won the men's, I think it was a classic physique. And he won the overall. So won his height class, then won the overall guy's IFBB Pro card. So that's the big news of the Arnold Classic so far that I know of. Like, there's probably way more news, but I'm not that familiar with who the IFBB bodybuilders are other than a few of the really popular ones. But like in men's classic physique, there's a bunch of guys. I know there's a guy named Logan who got second, but the guy who got first, I don't really know him well at all, so I can't really comment. I can't remember off the top of my head his name or anything. That's in the pro division I'm talking about. Yeah, so did anybody, if you're on here, jump in the comments and just, or in the discussion here, and just like, let me know where you're from. Why you're on here, where you're from, what you're doing today, all that kind of jazz. And then also, if you're on here too, subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. Or, yeah, Shaun Campbell 2.0. I'm in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, just so you guys know. So I guess that's Seattle, Washington for Pedro. Jason, you have no idea why you're here? I don't even know what I'm doing either. I'm just chilling. I'm on here because I made a commitment that I'm going to jump on YouTube live every single day. Even if I don't have a topic, just to make sure I get my face on YouTube because I'm trying really hard to build up the YouTube channel, right? So being consistent, just like anything in life when you have a goal, being consistent is a huge part of it all. Letting people know who you are, whatever. Sometimes great discussions come out of here from nowhere, right? Like people come here and start asking questions, and we get some great discussions going. You just never know where it's going to lead, right? Or what question is going to spark something of a good topic, and then we get rolling here. So feel free if you have any fitness-related questions or anything, ask me, or see what my thoughts are on it, type thing. or how you guys are doing when it comes to reaching your goals. You guys chasing some goals, or how's that going? Is it fitness goals? Is it other type of goals? Anything like that? I look like your friend's dad? Well, man, that's cool. That's what I love about YouTube. It's hilarious because a lot of people, for some reason, the majority of people that are on here, that come on here and talk and all that stuff, are tend to be younger for some reason, right? So you get people on here that are older, like myself, and all of a sudden people refer to us as dads and stuff. But you know what? I am a dad, so there you go. It's all good. So your friend's dad must be cool.
You're double bad.
Okay, well, if you're on here, if you're young and on here, where I talk about fitness, so hopefully I can get you started in the right direction when it comes to fitness and stuff like that, because we can start at any age.
I can start right now. So people could start when they're first born?
The dad's cool, but the friend not so much. Oh my God, that's hilarious. But does that mean he's not really your friend, or he's just a guy you know, or what? It's just an acquaintance? So anyways, yeah, I talk about a lot of stuff, fitness. So if you guys are younger, if you're in the fitness scene and you're on TikTok and all that jazz, do you guys know Sam Sulek? Because Sam Sulek just recently won a couple of big amateur bodybuilding shows, and he got his pro card in the IFBB. So I was talking a bit about that, because I like to get in on the YouTube gossip. So the people that are big YouTube creators, such as Sam Sulek, I like to talk about, because it's just good for content, and it's good discussion that everyone knows about, and it opens up other discussions, right? So yeah, so Sam Sulek is the big talk of the Arnold Classic this weekend, like on Thursday, or I believe it was Thursday. He won the overall for the amateur and got his pro card. I would say Sam Sulek he's very motivational and inspirational, but his lifestyle isn't necessarily healthy. No, not by any means, right? But I guess it's the risk he wants to take with his physique and body. But I wouldn't recommend that to young people or anyone. But it's up to you. It's your choice. Because I promote and run and run natural bodybuilding contests, right? So obviously I promote the healthy approach to bodybuilding and fitness. Just taking your body as far as you can naturally, without steroids, without performance-enhancing drugs. But Sam Sulek, he is big in the YouTube world. There's no denying that he is a huge influencer in the scene. And he seems like a nice guy overall, right? Like a nice kid. I call him a kid, right? But maybe you guys, he's a pretty nice guy. But I would not recommend his lifestyle for anyone out there. But he's fun to follow, and he's fun for inspiration. You can seek inspiration and motivation through people. But doing PEDs and all this stuff, let's stay away from all that kind of stuff. Force feeding yourself and all that, because you can force feed yourself if you're on all kinds of chemicals. And he's also got great genetics, because you wouldn't get the results he's getting even though he is doing other stuff, but he does have great genetics, right? So he would have got good results if he did it the natural way as well. It wouldn't have been as fast, it wouldn't have been as drastic, and he wouldn't get probably the same amount of exposure, because it wouldn't have been as crazy looking. But he still could have had a great physique, and a healthier physique, and a more long-lasting physique. But hey, it's the choice he made, right? So, so basically what I'm saying is it's not a healthy approach. It's not a. But if you want to seek him use him as motivation, and because his work ethic and all that stuff, all that's on point. His social media presence, all that stuff, he built up a brand, a business out of just going to the gym and maximizing his physique, right? So he knows what he's doing. I don't have numbers for PRs for people, you know what I mean? Like I would just say, as long as you're pushing yourself as hard as you can, it sounds so cheesy when you say, be the best version of yourself. But be honest with you, when it comes down to it, the only thing you can really do is be the best version of yourself. So whatever your max is, as long as you're pushing yourself hard and you're taking it, it's whatever it is you do that's best for you, right? Because I don't know how big you are. I don't know I don't know anything about you, so you can't make up numbers on benches, right? If you're going there bench pressing 50 pounds right now, and then you get up to 70, then that's a great PR. You know what I mean? But if you're benching 150, you get up to 200, that's an awesome PR. Like, it's just all relative, right? Because not everyone's made, everyone's genetically different. Not everyone's made to be a huge power lifter. Or not everyone's made for strength. Not everyone can even build like good muscular physique. On average, most people can't build a bodybuilding looking physique genetically. Like with the same proportions and all that kind of stuff. That's a genetic, you got to have the genetic build for that. And then there's some people that build muscle easily. There's some people that don't even work out and they look like they've been working out for years. So genetics is a crazy thing, guys. There's some people that never bench pressed a day in their life, go under the bench and push up 200 like it's no problem. There's some guys who bust their ass for years and years and years and can't bench press 150 pounds. Just because they genetically are not built for it. They're like a pure ectomorph, long limbs. They can't get their weight up to 130 pounds. Like that's all. There's so much, genetics plays so much of a factor. It's not even funny, but you can still push yourself to your maximum potential. No matter what your genetic limitations are, you still have a genetic potential you can reach. It's just that your potential might be to get a 200-pound bench press, where another guy's potential could possibly be a 400-pound bench press, and this could be all natural. Then also on the flip side, then what if this guy that could bench press 400, maybe what if his goal is he wants to go run a marathon, but he's genetically not even built for that, right? Because obviously the odds of some guy being able to bench press 400 and also run a marathon are not very likely. Then you got some guy who can't even bench press 120 pounds, who can run a marathon in 2 hours and 20 minutes, and then the guy who's benching 400, his dream is to run a marathon, but genetically he's just not built for it. He tries all the best he can, and he gets it down to like 3 hours and 30 minutes. But that's, for him, that's his PR. So genetics is everything. Genetics plays such a huge factor, guys. Huge. So don't come down yourself thinking there's a standard you must reach, or because that guy did it, you should be able to do it. Everyone's just built differently. But it still doesn't mean you don't put in the effort and do your best. Because if you put in all the effort and you get your bench up to 200, that's still great. Everyone has their thing. There's going to be things you can do that other people can't, right? Just so you know, I'm just passing you some knowledge there, Riley. Everyone is good at something.
Lord.
Of course you are. Everyone is good at something. Not everyone can be good at everything, and sometimes the thing that you want to be good at isn't the thing that you're gifted at, if that makes any sense. For example, what if you're 6'7", ectomorph, great at basketball, but you want to be a bodybuilder. No matter what, you want to be a bodybuilder. But you are not given those gifts, right? You do not have what it takes to be traditionally what a bodybuilder is. But you have a passion for bodybuilding. So you just go do it, and whatever happens, happens. And as long as you're happy and you are realistic with what kind of goals, what kind of gains you can get, then that's fine. Because you get to also follow your passion. If you enjoy doing something, don't hold yourself back because you are not the best at it or whatever, right? It's what you get out of it. Like, I'm by far the best bodybuilder, but I love bodybuilding type workouts. Right, and when it comes to maximize bench press, if I got all hung up on that, I've always been like one of the, if all the guys I work out with, I'm always one of the weakest bench pressers of all of them, or weakest squatters, or all that stuff. But then I'm the guy who does better when it came to natural bodybuilding on stage. And I'm an ectomorph type guy, but I have always had this thing like symmetry. I've always had the conditioning. All that was the easy stuff for me, but the mass and the strength has always been the hardest. But I always worked really well on symmetry, presentation, conditioning, all that kind of stuff. But then building the mass and building the strength, that was the hard part for me, right? So if I let that hold me back, oh my God, I've never benched 250 in my life, right? If I don't train really hard for bench press, I can't bench press over 200 because I also have always trained with good technique. I've never worried about pushing weight. I've always, for some reason, because I've always wanted to build, and I've always felt, from a very young age, I knew the mind-muscle connection was very important, right? And that's probably why I never get injured either, because I don't do ego lifting and stuff. I don't just throw weight around. the bench press, when I go in there, I'll use way less than what people would ever think I could use, but I'm squeezing every rep and feeling it all. So don't get so hung up on how much can you bench. It's a good gauge for yourself to gauge your goals, but to judge someone like if they're stronger than you or they work harder than you by how much they can bench doesn't mean shit, right? Or their physique. Like if it was if just like when they say in bodybuilding shows, if it was a bodybuilding show mattered how much you could bench, they would put they would tell the judges everyone's bench press max. So they'd have, so why don't we just do a power to meet first and then go on stage? Or even when they say funny things like, why don't we go and just measure people's arms and all that stuff before they go out on stage to see who should win the show? No, it's both symmetry, proportions, building a great physique, right? All depends what your goals are, my friends. But then again, if your goal is to move the most amount of weight, then you don't even need to worry about how it feels. Just move from point A to point B as fast, as powerfully as you can, right? If that's all your goal is, then you go for it. If you're a power lifter, you don't give a shit if I feel my chest burning or if I get a pump in my chest. You matter, can I get that bar down to my chest and up to fucking lockout and get a good lift with the most amount of weight possible? That's all that matters. And then that's a different goal. And that's a different sport. And that's a different genetic person, right? Like, not everyone's built like that. Not everyone can run 100-meter sprints, but you know what I mean? Like, genetically, you have to have it first, and then you train for it. To be the best, that is. You can lack genetics in whatever it is that you love doing. It doesn't matter. As long as you enjoy doing it, just still go after it, but you just know that you're probably never going to be the best. Because you have to have the genetics and the work ethic and the love for it all that stuff. And then shit, unfortunately, in this day and world, then you got to have all the performance-enhancing drugs and all that stuff. Unfortunately, that's par for the course if you're going to be the best of the best. But if you want to be the best version of yourself, then you don't need drugs and all that, because is that really the best version of yourself? Because you went to a different level, right? If you want to push yourself to be the best version of yourself, that doesn't require drugs. That doesn't require measuring yourself up against other people. That requires measuring yourself against yourself, your effort, your intensity, and yeah. I might just keep this short, but if you guys start asking me questions, I'll stick around longer. Or if you have questions for Riley or whatever, because I got my daughter here, she's bored of her mind just sitting here beside me, even making faces, as you just saw. But if you guys have anything you want to say or anything, or any questions, I'll stick around longer. But in the meantime, I'm probably not going to stick right here too long, because Riley's already whispering to me. Maybe, I don't know if you guys can even hear her in here, but she keeps saying, I'm bored, I'm bored. She doesn't want me to just sit here, right? Because it's boring for her. But if we got stuff we're talking about, it gets a little bit more exciting. So if you have any questions or anything, or just my comments, I already gave you a little bit of a brief impromptu rundown about genetics, right? What my thoughts are, because I think above and beyond everything, yes, genetics is the most important thing if you're looking to be the best at something. But if you just want to be the best for yourself and it's something you love doing and you're passionate about it, genetics don't matter. What you bench don't matter. It matters, it's more like, do you enjoy the process and the journey of it all? Does it make you feel good? Then that's what you should be doing. I'm not the best bodybuilder, but I love bodybuilding style workouts. And I'll just go in there and that's what I do. That's the workouts I do. Those are the type of workouts I do in the gym, because that's what I love doing. I love the feel of the pump. I love the mind-muscle connection. I like getting the pump in the chest, the pump in the shoulders. I love getting the pump in the quads. I like that feeling. But am I a gifted bodybuilder? By hell no, by any means. I was always a small kid. I just love the fact that I had some control over building my physique. I was always a small, skinny kid. I'm more of an ectomorph with a slight bit of mesomorph. So I'm not pure ectomorph by any means, because I do have some muscle. I can build some muscle, but then I have some short attachments and stuff that genetically, that's it. I'm done. Like, I had nothing to do about it. Short bicep connection. Attachments, okay, you're done. You are not going to build massive biceps. That's it. Hey, Jonathan from Brazil, how you doing? I'm in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Again, guys, sorry, I'm Shaun Campbell 2.0. If you're just seeing me out here rambling away here, subscribe to my channel, guys. So when I come on here live, sometimes I come on here with topics, And if I have a topic I'm on here talking about, I'll have it in my subject line. But today I didn't, as you see, it probably just says let's talk or something like that. I can't remember what I typed now exactly. I think it's something about let's talk or how's the weekend going or something, right? So yeah, just come on here and talk to me. And I'm in Toronto, Canada. So yeah, so subscribe to the channel, Shaun Campbell 2.0. If you're on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, find me on there as well, Shaun Campbell 2.0. Because the goal here ultimately is I want to build up the subscription base and the engagement, the watch hours, people watching the videos, people commenting on videos, all that stuff. And that's through you guys, okay? Because when I build all that up, it's going to get me closer and closer to being monetized, which is getting me closer and closer to be considering myself a YouTuber. Because right now, I'm not necessarily a YouTuber. I'm some guy on YouTube. I'm getting close to being a YouTuber because I'm proving myself through consistency of doing these lives and of doing videos and of doing shorts that I'm serious about being a YouTuber, okay? But I got to get there. I still haven't earned my stripes. It's just like anything. There's levels to it all. I'm not even close to the levels of what people call themselves a YouTuber, right? My goal is to become eventually, no matter how long it takes me, to be considered at that level where, because you're like, say if you're a martial artist, you're a black belt. I want to be a black belt in the YouTuber world. I don't know how long it's going to take me. I don't even know what the levels are. I don't even know when I get my next belt stripe or whatever it is I get. I don't know how I move up the ranks. I'm just putting in the work. I'm putting in the consistency, and I'm learning as I go. Because the more and more I play around in here, the more and more I'm learning. Because I haven't done anything like paying for views or paying for anyone to market my videos or whatever that people do, that possibly people do. I'm not even sure what they do. I haven't put anything other than just work into it. I haven't put any extra money into it. I haven't paid for editors. I haven't done any of this kind of stuff. So I don't know what the next step is and when those steps will apply or when I should apply those steps to make it happen. But I think to myself, I have to prove to myself that I'm consistent. I don't want to invest something in a project that I'm not going to follow through on, right? So by proving myself consistent, and then I say, okay, I'm consistent here. I've got this figured out, and I can keep up this pace of what I'm doing. Now I'm going to put a little bit of money maybe into editing and editors and stuff like that, and let's take it to the next level. But I got to get comfortable with a good base level. And the first step would be to become monetized. That's without editors and all that stuff. Let's just get monetized, and then we'll rock and roll from there. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I'm gonna jump off here, guys. It's a quiet weekend night here. I just want to get on here to prove to myself that I'm consistent with my goal of becoming a YouTuber. And I said to you guys on December 28th that I was going to be on here every single day, and I've been sticking to it. I'm not going to lie, though, there was one night I missed. I felt bad, and I went twice the next day because I said, why did I let this happen? Because I even knew it was happening, that I wasn't going to get on there. But instead of giving up on yourself and making up excuses and falling off the wagon, just get back on it, because shit's going to happen. It's kind of a lesson for all of us, right? Shit's going to happen. And I'm not going to lie saying I've been on here every single day, because I could easily lie and no one would have caught me that I missed one day, because I've done so many that no one's following me. And I'm not a big YouTuber or anything, so no one's following my ass and holding me accountable. It's just me. But I'm not going to lie to you guys. I did miss a day. I said I was going to do it every single day, and I missed one day. Okay, and I kind of...
What if the people didn't know that? What if they're new to your channel right now and they didn't know
That's
that?
what I'm saying. I didn't have to disclose that, but that's what being authentic is, and also teaching everyone a lesson that you can mess up, but just get back on track. I messed up one day. I didn't want to mess up. I almost felt, because sometimes when people mess up, they start messing up often. Because I messed up that day, I refused to mess up again, right? Like I went on tonight. I had no real reason to jump on here live tonight. That's why I said I had to come on here to say, hey, what's up Saturday, guys? How you guys doing? Because sometimes you have a busy day, or you're a little bit not feeling the vibe, and your day's not going the vibe, right? And you just don't want to get on here and talk to people, especially if you have no topic to talk about, right? And then you justify yourself, well, I put a video out earlier, and I did some shorts. Like I put some short reels out on YouTube. That's fine. No, but I said specifically I was going to go on YouTube lives, right? So I felt almost like I let myself down. I almost feel like I let you guys down, the people watching. But meanwhile, no one's watched me that closely to catch that I did that. I could have easily glossed over it and never mentioned it and said, I've been on here every single day. But I missed one day, guys. Out of the, I don't know how many days there are, about 60 some odd days. I missed one of them. Okay. Oh boy. Now that the secret's out, I might as well come clean about everything. Okay, I got more things to tell you. No, I'm just joking. There's nothing else to come clean about because I'm not that exciting. I have nothing else exciting to tell you.
You have 2 daughters. One of your daughters has 2 dogs. Your other daughter has
No,
a
I'm
cat.
right. I mean, as in far as in like doing like having like stuff that I'm hiding, like secrets. I have no secrets. Like Riley's telling me.
Okay, I'll tell you some secrets.
No, don't tell secrets, Riley. We're not telling secrets. But you know what I'm saying. Basically, Riley, you're supposed to not be here right now. You're supposed to be sitting there chilling, and I'm doing all the talking.
I am sitting here chilling.
Okay, good. Then just chill.
I am.
This is real life, guys. This is why sometimes it's hard to jump on here. You're a little bit, you get your hands full a little bit, and not everyone thinks it's fun for me sitting here talking away to a phone, right? She's sitting here thinking this is boring, right? Or whatever, right? And I understand. How exciting do you think this is for an 8-year-old?
Very, yay. This is amazing.
Christopher, one day I'll divulge all my secrets. I don't know what they are, but shit. I'm sure the problem is we all have skeletons in our closet. We have all secrets or something. Like we just don't, sometimes we just, because some people are good at moving forward and forgetting things. Like I forget more things that I've done probably. Like I forget more things that I've done in my life than most people, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like some people are very good at just moving forward. Like I don't remember all the old stories very well. Like everyone has those buddies, right? That talk and they say, oh, you remember those days? Oh, Shaun, remember that time in high school when you did this, that, and I'm like, I don't have the fucking Vegas clue of it. But they remember it clear as day. They're telling the story like it just happened yesterday. And I've already moved so far past all that. Not saying that that's a good thing, but I forget all these stories. Stories that you kind of feel bad about. You're like, shit, I'm forgetting about all my fucking life here. Because I have buddies who could tell me, oh, remember that day in university we were at the gym and this, that. I'm like, I don't even remember the fucking gym you're talking about. Or somebody told me, remember when when you lived in that apartment and you had those, I shouldn't be saying this out loud, but there's something about a girl story, right? And I'm like, do you remember that girl? I'm like, I don't remember at all. I don't even know what he's talking about. Yeah, that girl, she liked you and she was trying to talk to you. I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's telling me the story. He's like, he doesn't believe I don't remember this. And I'm like, I don't remember at all what he's talking about. Yeah, there were some girls over and the one girl liked you and the other girl liked me and this and that. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he's telling it like as if it's a clear story. So it just goes to show you, some people are very good at remembering that. I kind of just keep moving forward all the time. Like even with relationships, like I can actually move on pretty quick. Other than if you have kids or something, right? Then obviously you can't move on from those ones. But if I was in relationships, I kind of move on pretty quickly. That's probably not even a good thing. I'm not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Because everyone's different. Because some people remember everything clear as day and they keep ties with everybody as well. They don't move on. Whereas I kind of just keep moving forward. I never say, oh, remember the best days of my life were then. I always think, no, the best days of my life are now. As I move forward, right? Like I don't ever think, oh, remember back when I did this or remember this and that. I'm not that guy.
Best day of your life should
Kind of like, yeah, I'll admit that, yeah, maybe if as far as physique-wise, say, Shaun, as a natural bodybuilder, yeah, in my 30s, I was the best I've ever been, but I'm 53 now. My physique is not near the same as it was in my 30s, but that's probably my peak-looking physique. But I'm still happy with what I am, and I don't dwell on the days and think, oh, I wish I looked like that again. No, I'm 53. I'm moving forward. Let's fucking go. Whereas, like, maybe I don't want to be that, because even when I was in my 30s, I always said, I don't want to be that guy who said, oh, the glory days of my life were when I was in high school. Holy fuck. The best my body ever looked was in my 30s. And then most people will say the best they ever looked was when they were in their fucking teens. Because they just let themselves go and they relive the glory days. Like, how about you keep trying to be a better version of yourself always? Like, I'm a better, like, just like with genetics stuff we talk about, I'm a better version of myself in different ways at this point now moving forward. Because things are changing and evolving, and I can't go back in time and and relive these moments or whatever. I do wish that I was better at remembering the moments though, because I for some reason my mind cuts them off and I move forward. Maybe I have some childhood trauma or something. I didn't have a close relationship with my dad. Maybe that's it. I don't fucking know what it is, right? That I can that I guess I got to an emotional state where I can move forward pretty easily, and I don't let like I can almost like cut people off and stuff, which is not a good trait, I don't think, unless I work for the CIA or something. Someone told me to just spill my beans here, so he said divulge your secrets, and here we are. I'm giving you a little bit of stuff about me. But I also like one of the things I like in life is I'm also giving like a little lesson to Riley who's sitting beside me. But just one of the things I like in life is...
I need to spill one of your secrets. He hates my cat.
I hate your cat?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not... I don't know if that's a secret. I'm not much of a pet person. Sorry, guys, if or ladies out there.
He gave away my guinea pig without me saying goodbye. He does give it away. I didn't even know about it.
Okay, there's way more to the story, but we're not going to get into it right now. We're not going to get into that right now, guys. I'm divulging secrets, but rather you don't. It's like the mafia. You don't tell what happens in the family, okay? You don't.
I'm gonna tell that until you get me another.
Don't
one.
tell the family secrets, Riley.
I need another guinea pig, and then I won't tell.
Okay. But I don't want to have pets unless you know what I mean. I just don't like the responsibility of pets. I don't like the responsibility. I feel like pets are great for people. If you love animals, then have pets. If you know you don't like, I can like animals, but I don't love animals. If that makes sense, right? Like it's great. You have a dog, a cat. This is great, but I don't want the responsibility, or I don't feel like I would give them the amount of love and attention they need and desire, or whatever. So I'm not gonna ruin everyone's life. Like have a dog I don't want to walk, have a cat I don't want to clean up after. Like these are not cool. You don't do that, and I wouldn't do that to them. So everyone's different. I know my limits. I know what's me, and I'm not going to do it. When I was a kid, I was really into pets and animals. I loved animals, but I didn't have to take care of them, right? As a kid. But as I got older and I realized the responsibility of taking care of them and all that kind of stuff, I gravitated away from it, and that's my prerogative, right? Because I know how I will like I know myself, and so why am I going to do this? I'm not going to do it just to make someone happy. Like I know who I am. I don't want the extra at this point. Maybe it'll change in life. I don't know. So I'm open to change too. People change. People adapt to things and whatever. But you just don't want to be pressured into doing something that you don't want to do just because, or pretend it's something you enjoy doing just to make, you know what I'm saying? Like no bullshitting people. Like just if it's not you, you're not. If you're not a pet person, you're not a pet person. If you're not a dog person, you're not a dog person. If you're not a cat person, you're not a cat person. If you are a dog person, you are a dog person. Just all these things. Just don't bullshit people. Be yourself. Because the goal here is, as hard as it is, the ultimate goal here, guys, is to be happy. And if you're being fake or phony or doing things you don't want to do, you're not being happy, right? You're not being yourself.
So I guess your self is to give away animals.
Okay, Riley's telling the wrong story here, and she's making me look bad.
Because you are bad.
Riley's 8 years old, remember, guys. Okay. So don't...
I will always remember the guinea pig that I didn't properly name.
Okay. What's the Tank Davis fight? I didn't see. Was it on tonight or something? Tank Davis, because did he fight tonight or something? I didn't watch it. Anyway, this doesn't matter. Okay, guys. Anyways, I'm going to jump off here for real right now. And again, I'm Shaun Campbell 2.0. Subscribe to me on the channel because I come on here often, so we can. I come on here every day, basically, once, twice, sometimes 3 times a day. So when you see me, if you're subscribed and you've got notifications turned on, when I come on live, it'll notify you. I come on here just randomly, and I even come on here while I'm driving my car to the gym or something or whatever. You never know what you're going to catch me doing. But yeah, all I can tell you is that that I'm willing to, like, when I'm on here, you can ask me any kind of questions. We'll talk. Sometimes my chats will have a topic, so I'll go on about that. But anyways, it's good seeing you guys on here. I'm Shaun Campbell 2.0. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time I'm on here.